So, SBR Season 5, this is the sprint race. From Spa, the reverse rolling grid race. And it is Andrew who will lead the field away with his rolling start. A feature of Spa being that the cars get very spread out because of this final chicane. But as you can see, it is rainy conditions, so that's probably not a bad thing. So let's put that to all. As Andrew gets going there, you can see the gap he already has from Brian, Matt, Yorgos, Adam, Lewis, Will, Panos, Bobby, Tesos, Jake, Ben, Kossi, Nathan, Kevin and Sean. But up front it is status quo. Doesn't seem to be any movement behind either. Jake's already made up a couple of places, as he is past Tesos, I think, the stand-in for myself in the Hubert Special Alpha. The Alphas will be back to their normal colours next week for Red Bull Ring. Still, not much movement yet. Everyone will just be closing the gaps. Sean's already dropped a place. Bobby and Panos are side by side. That should be a move for the Aston. Although he hasn't made it stick quite early enough, and then Jake's taking his chance. He's up to 9th place, past the Aston. Well, it looked like it was going to be a Bobby overtake. It's turned into Bobby losing a place to Jake's Porsche. As Brian's gone wide, Yorgos goes through. Adam also gets through with a little hip and shoulder on the exit. There's Brian. Lewis also in the pink Alpha. Very, very treacherous conditions for the drivers. I practiced in it. It was pretty tough. It's more about survival than keeping it on the track. Lewis now passes Brian, so he's up to 5th place. Any more movement going on? Jake's down the inside of Panos, so Jake's on an early charge. The Porsche, we know, is a good car in the wet. In the hands of Jake, it's doing especially well. Up to 8th place. He made up, I believe, 3 positions already on this opening lap. And we've still got a bit of it to go. Well, there is a bit of a gap up to Will. Oh, it's Matt sideways out of Paul Frere. Adam and Lewis stuck together at this point. There's Ben. Kevin's already made up a bunch of places too. Panos looks like he's put it in the wall. He's down to 14th. And there's Tesos and Nathan, obviously struggling as well. But is this Will going for a move on Brian? It is. Does he get it stopped into the bus stop? The braking point in these conditions. Oh, Matt and Andrew both getting reset there. Oh, and Andrew's car just ungoes at the wrong time, right as Brian was there. Yeah, the braking points for every corner here is near enough 50 meters more. Car just doesn't want to stop, even on the full wet tyres. And then Jake looks like he's down the inside of Brian back there. He is. Brian goes wide. Yorgos who leads from Adam and Lewis, and Will and Jake. Jake, the big mover on lap 1. I'm from 11th to 5th place. Like Kossi is now past Brian as well. I won't like the sight behind him. Kevin, Ben and Sean, the next 3 cars up behind the Falcon Chevrolet. Changed from Nissan. We granted them a change as Nissan just wasn't working. These two still together. Jake starting to line up well. Nathan didn't like the car in these conditions. Not sure how Will felt it. But you can see now in Will's car, red wing mirrors, red splitter and red wing end plates. That's so that we can distinguish which car is which. Because previously there was absolutely no difference between the cars. So when we were commentating, we're just going, that's one of the BMWs. Not saying which one it is. Jake thinking about it. Brian has been passed by this 3. Ben's in the wall. Ben is in the wall just for the Liège corner. Still nothing Jake can do about well just yet. And Adam and Lewis on the back of Yorgos. Lewis almost into the back of Adam. And as Ben mentioned in his first race video, there was an incident with Lewis that the stewards hadn't decided. He did receive 10 seconds and a warning. So you get 2 warnings in this league, and then you've either got a race ban or you're out. So anyone who picked one up in Interlagos or here, walking on thin ice with 2 races still to go, or 2 rounds, 4 races. As Matt got a little bit of a queue behind him. Looks like Bobby's going to go for the move. He's also got Kevin and Cozzy just behind. Looks like they are moving through. What about Adam? Is Adam thinking about anything on Yorgos? Well, nothing doing. Will's gone in hot. And it looks like Adam has actually got a switchback on Yorgos. Oh, Adam's come right and tapped the Mercedes into the wall. Just misjudgment of whether he was clear or not. That's going to allow Lewis through. There's Yorgos from Jake from Well. So a couple of moves down at the bus stop. Now Porsche's working together. Jake trying to find a space, which there wasn't quite. I think Adam was going for the slipstream and bump draft. Jake wanted the move done, but Jake has now found his way past Yorgos. He's up to P3. Behind Kevin, behind Matt, so Bobby obviously didn't complete his move. Matt quite sideways. Kevin's going to be brave to try around the outside in the rain, and yet naturally that doesn't work. That was a car off. That's Brian down at Lacombe. Ben closing in on Panos. There's this front 5 as it is right now. Still this train, no one able to get past Matt just yet, doing a good defensive job. Although very sideways, that's surely going to allow Kevin through. Or is Matt just going to be able to hang it around the outside? He does. Good driving from the Chevrolet driver, standing in this week. Oh, that's a car round, that's Yorgos. He's lost it out of the Fania chicanes. You'll actually get it called properly on this side of the stream. He's finally got moving some damage to the front and the front left suspension. Tasos line up Andrew with Nathan just behind. These 3 at front just starting to drop well a little bit. Lewis going wide at Blanchimont. Jake almost doing the same just behind. So Jake's got past Adam somewhere. And Lewis is not stopping. He's going to lose a bunch of time. And that is going to put Jake and Adam onto the back of him and well not far behind. Oh, there's a tap between Kevin and Bobby. Matt is round. And is Kevin going to go through? So that might have been a little suspect due to the contact, but if Bobby was fine with it, then it was never flagged up. There's Nathan up to P11. Not quite recreating his 15th to 3rd he did in race 1. There's everyone else. You can see the likes of Ben and Tasos and Nathan struggling quite a lot compared to race 1, and Ben's round again. Jake's now trying for a move on Lewis into Lacombe. Lewis slides his way around the outside and keeps the place. You can see everyone pretty much sideways. Porsche's flashing the rain lights away. Although it looks like Jake is going to go down the inside of Lewis. Adam follows through, a little bit of a tap on the side. But in these conditions, you kind of have to be a bit lenient. And Adam actually gets through on Jake as well. It's the two Correos Porsches. We're in a 1-2 right now. Lewis had a comfortable lead, almost threw it away. There's Kevin, Bobby, Kozzy and Sean. And all sort of getting little packs. Yorgos and Matt. Nathan's kind of breaking away from behind him with Panos, Andrew, Tesos, Brian and Ben. Ben obviously struggling quite bad. But this top three, just a lap and a bit to go. So it's Adam, followed by Jake, followed by Lewis. Well, Kevin, looks like it's a bit too late for him to make a charge. No moves happening yet at the bus stop, although is there a potential move on for Jake here if he can get a good exit? Oh, that's a bit sideways. Some good pace being set by the Porsches. They're starting to drop Lewis just a little bit. Adam's gone in hot. That's going to open the door for Jake. Oh well, if you've got a real racing driver following you, you can't make the mistake Adam just did. Especially not on the final lap. Can Adam come back though into Lacombe? He's got the slipstream. Jake Sherledge going to set on the right hand side. It's a battle of the late breakers. Contact. And while they're teammates, I'm sure that's not an issue. The 24 and the 99 car, both going for the win. There's clearly no team games here. Further back, Bobby, Kozzy and Sean are all going at it. Kozzy getting through on Bobby. So there's not much battling going on behind. Ben's recovered to 13th. We've lost 2 cars from this race, so some clearly struggling with the wet more than others. So that flash the lights from Adam. That could either be a, let's just take this home, or a you're not safe. As Jake gets sideways through the pool-on corner. You can see Lewis pretty much dropped now. Had early pace, but hasn't been able to keep it up. Sean did get through on Bobby. Nathan's up to 8th, so by virtue of just keeping on the track, Ben's down to 14th again, so looks like he's had another spin. But they're entering the final sector. Looks like Jake's going to win this one. It's going to be a Porsche 1-2. Jake gets sideways through Blanchimont. You can see, even though he's got this lead, he's still going for it. But it will be Jake Hill will come through from 11th place to win race 2 just ahead of Adam to make it a Porsche 1-2. Lewis takes 3rd in the Alfa Romeo, Kevin 4th, Kozzy will take 5th just ahead of Sean. That's a decent drive from Sean. And there's Bobby just ahead of Nathan into the final sector, or the final corner even. Nathan very sideways, any chance he had is gone. Ooh. His chances of crossing the line in one line was nearly gone. And Panos just beats out Tesos. Yorgos will take 11th place. Andrew's gone deep. Ben's taken the place. Ben was given 3 seconds for that, but that was removed post-race because of the random yellow flag. Andrew would take 13th. And Brian just coming around the final corner. Looks like he's just smashed up suspension, front aero and engine damage. That has been your sprint race from Spa.